In further developments coming in from the just collapsed government in Jammu and Kashmir, you have the NC chief now, Omar Abdullah, meeting with the governor, Vohra. And this is soon after Mehbooba Mufti had given in her resignation as the chief minister. You have the former chief minister, Omar Abdullah, in Srinagar. He's to address the media shortly as far as keeping alive the chances of the NC staking claim, and how could that be done with respect to the number crunching. Remember, NC currently, or at the time of the election, standing at 15 numbers, 15 MLAs in the state assembly, being the third largest party in the elections. We have with us our correspondent Mir Farid getting us those inputs here. Mir, what are we expecting?
Well, it seems it can be a courtesy call because, as you rightly said, the chances of a new coalition look very, very bleak and remote. It seems that governor rule is going to remain in the state of Jammu and Kashmir for at least till the next elections. That's still 2.5 years ago. Although in politics, you can't really tell what exactly would happen tomorrow. But the fact of the matter is that these coalitions or this number crunching and the attempts to really come together, we've seen at the very beginning when there was a fractured mandate, we saw how the National Conference and the Congress tried to woo the PDP, giving them complete support from outside. At that time, they had made it clear that they want the PDP to be in the government, and they won't be in the government, but they will support from outside. Let there be a chief minister of the PDP for 6 years. The PDP did not accept that, and then we finally saw the PDP-BJP alliance taking shape. Now, right now, when the PDP is a battered party, no one would really like to shake hands with it. Congress has made its stand clear, saying that there's no case of going with the PDP, and I'm sure that the National Conference would also follow suit. But Omar Abdullah meeting the governor is, while it's significant, but it could be a courtesy call. After all, now the governor is going to be in charge of the state, so it could be a courtesy call. Now, Omar Abdullah will address the press at around 4:15, and we'll come to know more about what the National Conference exactly thinks right now and what could be their future course of action.
That's right. With respect to inevitable number crunching now that we would see, the chances that you have former alliance partners, even though the Congress chose to go solo in the elections in Jammu and Kashmir, would have the NC and the Congress and the other bits of others and independents coming together in crossing the halfway mark. Because should this largely be seen as a mere courtesy call? This is very much intentional, perhaps, of indicating that the chances of the NC being back are still high.
Yes, as I said, in politics, you can't say much who will come with whom. We've seen staunch enemies now, PDP and the BJP. Were poles apart. In fact, PDP came to power while Mehbooba Mufti was during her election campaign. There was every day she used to address rallies, talk anti-BJP, claim that the people should bring PDP to power just to keep the communal forces, BJP, out. And then what happened? Just 10-15 days after that, you had Mufti Muhammad Said, late Mufti Muhammad Said, shaking hands with the BJP and forming the government. So you never can say what these politicians are up to, what they'll do. But right now, the situation is that the best thing that can happen to the state of Jammu and Kashmir is governor's rule, and that we will see, because politics will take a backstage for some time. Governance will be on top of the agenda. Security situation will be taken care of. Nepotism, favoritism, and all these things which you've seen in the last 3 years will take a backseat. So people generally will have a sigh of relief. So in totality, for the state, governor rule is the best thing that can happen. But as you rightly said, politics, you never know who's going to come with whom. But right now, those chances look very bleak and remote. And and in fact, I think we will see governor rule for quite some time now, at least till the next elections. Back to you.
Okay. Yes, stay with us, Mir, please. We're just getting our viewers up to date in these dramatic developments that have taken place just about an hour ago, with the BJP deciding to pull out of the alliance with the PDP in Jammu and Kashmir. So without the requisite numbers, Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti has given in her resignation. She's also expected to address the media at 5 p.m. this evening. Currently, she's holding an emergency meet with her party leaders. Ahead of that crucial address, though, the PDP has called for that meet to discuss the next course of action. We understand that the meeting is on as we speak. The first reaction, though, that has come in from the PDP after this announcement is in a state of shock. Let's listen in.
But anything for peace in Jammu and Kashmir. If it serves, I mean, let's see. We took a stand for peace. That's all.
Okay, Mir, that is the kind of stand so far that the PDP has chosen to take before we even hear from Mehbooba Mufti speaking out in about an hour's time from now. What are your sources telling you? Could this be the possibility of the PDP completely being taken aback, in a state of shock, unknowing the next step of the BJP, of pulling out of that alliance?
Well, the PDP response would be more of, obviously they'll try to blame the BJP for all the mess. But importantly, they'll talk about peace, they'll talk about ceasefire, they'll talk about going soft as far as the pro-people policies are concerned, because the PDP from day one, as we have been reporting, has been the core agenda of their politics has been talks with Pakistan, talks with all stakeholders, opening of roads, basically engagement. Now, what they'll try to suggest is that they tried through ceasefire in the last 1 month, and it was BJP that scuttled it. They wanted that ceasefire should be extended. So that could be the core of their response, at the same time blaming BJP for every failure like the BJP did. So it is going to be a clear blame game. In fact, in the last 3 years, while, as we have been saying, the only thing that kept BJP, PDP together was that they wanted to stay in power. They didn't want to leave the chair. And that they really compromised on almost everything. On almost every issue, they were poles apart. You talk of any controversial issue, you had PDP had a different stand, BJP had a different stand, and the result was that the governance used to get hit. Right. Governance was getting hit, security situation was out of control, and now it seems as we've been reporting, ceasefire was in the last nail in the coffin, and Shujat Bukhari's killing was the tipping point. Although it was building up, but that really led to this such a drastic end to this coalition.
Mir, many thanks for getting us those inputs here. And let's also list out the reasons that the BJP had taken for pulling out of this alliance. They cited terrorism, they cited violence, radicalization as the main reasons for this split. The BJP officially announced this decision after Party President Amit Shah's meeting with all Jammu and Kashmir ministers. Take a listen in.
हमने 3 साल पहले जो सरकार बनाई थी बीजेपी पीडीपी गठबंधन की, जिन उद्देश्यों को लेकर बनाई थी, उनकी